Gene Autry was the singing cowboy America trusted. The man with the calm smile, the smooth voice, and the spotless white hat who rode across movie screens like he was sent to remind people that good still existed. Families welcomed him into their living rooms, children memorized his songs, and for decades he seemed like the safest hero Hollywood ever created. But behind that polished image was a life that didn't always match the cowboy code he preached. Gene Autry was born Orvin Grover Autry on September 29, 1907, in rural Texas, raised in poverty, surrounded by hard work, strict religion, and a family constantly fighting to stay afloat. His childhood wasn't filled with Hollywood dreams, it was filled with struggle, instability, and shame, especially when his father went to prison for bootlegging, forcing Gene to grow up faster than most boys ever should. He worked farms, swept barbershops, did whatever he could just to survive, and yet somewhere in the middle of all that hardship, music became his escape. At just 12 years old, he saved up $8, every penny earned from brutal labor, and bought a guitar from a Sears Roebuck catalog. That guitar didn't just change his life, it became his way out. Soon he was playing wherever he could, mixing hymns with popular songs, slowly learning how to make people stop and listen. By the time he was working as a telegraph operator in Oklahoma, he was singing during night shifts to stay awake, and legend says it was during one of those moments that Will Rogers heard him and told him he belonged on the radio. That single comment lit a fire inside him. His first attempt at success in New York failed miserably, but he came back tougher, smarter, and hungrier. Then the music finally hit. In 1931, that silver-haired daddy of mine exploded across Depression-era America, and suddenly Gene Autry wasn't just a struggling singer, he was the voice of a country in pain. Hollywood quickly followed, and once he stepped into Western films, the legend was born. He became the cowboy hero people wanted to believe in, starring in nearly 100 movies, singing in the saddle, riding his famous horse Champion, and building a career so powerful that studios tried to copy him again and again. But behind the scenes, his personal life carried quiet emptiness. In 1932, he married Ina Mae Spivey, the woman who supported his rise and helped shape major career decisions, including pushing him toward Hollywood and encouraging some of his biggest recordings. Yet despite nearly 5 decades together, they never had children, and their marriage often felt like a partnership built around the machine of Gene Autry rather than warmth and family. And as the years passed, whispers followed him, rumors that the clean cowboy image wasn't the whole truth. The loudest name in those whispers was Gail Davis, the actress best known for playing Annie Oakley in the hit television series Autry produced. On the surface, it looked professional, the king of Western entertainment helping build the career of a talented star. But behind closed doors, stories spread that their relationship crossed the line into a long-running affair, leaving people to wonder how the man who preached loyalty and morality could live a double life without cracking his public mask. And it didn't stop there. Reports of drinking problems surfaced too, including moments so embarrassing that sponsors allegedly pulled away, and insiders described incidents where Autry showed up intoxicated and humiliated himself in front of crowds. The cowboy who told children to stay clean and honorable was quietly fighting battles he never wanted the public to see. Yet even with those shadows, Gene Autry remained unstoppable. He didn't just build fame, he built an empire. He fought for control of his film rights, dominated television, owned radio stations, invested in real estate, created record labels, and eventually became the owner of the Los Angeles Angels, turning himself into one of the richest entertainers America had ever produced. But for all the money, all the awards, and all the power, one thing stayed missing: an heir, a child, a family legacy to carry his name forward. When Ina Mae died in 1980, it left Gene hollow and withdrawn, and only a year later he shocked the public by marrying again, this time to Jacqueline "Jackie" Elam, a woman 34 years younger. The marriage raised eyebrows and fueled even more speculation, but once again, no children came. And when Gene Autry died in 1998 from lymphoma, the truth was unavoidable. The singing cowboy who built a fortune and a legend left behind no direct bloodline, only a carefully managed legacy, guarded by foundations, museums, and the woman who became the steward of his name. So in the end, the question remains: was Gene Autry truly the clean-cut cowboy America believed in, or was he simply the greatest performer of them all, someone who understood that the white hat mattered more than the man wearing it?